So look, there's no point in being, you know, upset or angry or disappointed that, Logan Paul is in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Now, nobody saw it coming, but ever since they announced it, once you saw Logan Paul on Raw saying he's going to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match, you had to know that he's most likely to win the briefcase, right? They're just not going to put Logan Paul in that match only for him not to win it. And then to not come back for another 3-4 months. Oh, he's definitely winning the briefcase. That's a very, high chance. It's a likely outcome. So for everybody that's like pissed off that, LA Knight isn't going to win Money in the Bank, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if LA Knight doesn't win. Because that's what most people are rooting for, LA Knight to win the briefcase. And that's the smart move to go with, and the best option is LA Knight. Now, if hopefully something comes out of this in terms of a feud, right? In terms of a feud with LA Knight and Logan Paul. I would actually like to see that feud, take place. I wouldn't mind those two having a feud, right? But you have to predict that if he wins the briefcase, that he'll most likely cash in on Seth Rollins. You can almost guarantee anybody that wins the Money in the Bank briefcase, they're more likely to cash in on Seth Rollins than Roman Reigns. Why? Because Roman Reigns isn't there every week. Seth Rollins is. He's going to be there every week. From a kayfabe standpoint, Seth Rollins has a bigger target on his back. But there has to be a lot of people that are just pissed off that Logan Paul is in the match because they know he's going to most likely win. And what's the sense of getting disappointed if you know he's going to win? You're expecting the outcome, what the outcome is going to be. What's the point in getting all worked up? Like this is a WWE we're talking about. They do things, they book things that just doesn't make sense. They book things that just doesn't really make us go, bananas. That doesn't make us want to tune in. You know what I'm saying? And they have a tendency to not go along with the favorite, the clear favorite, right? Somebody's getting over, somebody is, is getting more reactions, gaining traction, and they start gaining some momentum. And then they just don't strike when the iron is hot. That's a habit that the WWE usually does. They don't usually strike when the iron is hot. They wait until it has cooled down. And by the time that comes around, by the time we get there, fans are going to be disinterested in LA Knight. Like the fans are with LA Knight right now. They hate Logan Paul, but hey, that's by design because he's a heel, so it makes sense to hate him. He's doing his job well. And you can't sit here for people that hate Logan Paul. You cannot deny that he knows how to do his job as a pro wrestler. Now, for someone that has had limited matches, he's pretty damn good. He's pretty solid in that ring for someone that has not had a lot of experience in the squared circle. So I got to give him his credit where it's due. Now, in terms of him as a human being, I don't care for him. I simply do not care for him as a human being. You know, um, he's done a lot of effed up stuff in the past. Um, he's done some dirt. You know, there's no denying that, right? He's definitely done some dirt. But in terms of a performer, he's solid. He knows what he's doing. But that's somebody that can never be a baby face. Definitely can never be a baby face. He's all heel. You know, you can never turn him into a face ever. It will never work. It will never work because how are you going to convince the fans to ever cheer for an LA Knight? You know, that's never going to happen because the fans want to hate him. They want to boo him. They like booing. They like booing him. They like hating Logan Paul. You know, and that should be his role. But I guess they needed to add it. They needed to add Logan Paul to the match to give the Money in the Bank ladder match more star power, which I can understand from a business standpoint. I can understand that. But for personal preference, for, you know, from the fan perspective, you don't want a Logan Paul to win Money in the Bank. You want your favorite to win, an LA Knight, because that's your favorite. And the 6 guys that are in the match, they qualified. But this only proves that this company will show favoritism towards an outsider over their own talent that is there every single week, plus house shows. Logan Paul's not doing no house shows. Logan Paul's not doing this every single week. At least with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns, at least they paid their dues to be a part-timer. At least Brock and Roman at a point in time were there every week. They showed up to the shows, live events, house shows, pay-per-views. They were there consistently. Before Shawn Michaels and Undertaker or Triple H became a part-timer, they were there every single week, selling out arenas. They earned their part-time status, is what I'm trying to say. Logan Paul, on the other hand, it makes the roster look bad that he can just waltz in and just say, "Hey, I'm in the Money in the Bank ladder match," and you don't even give him a qualification match. He don't have to qualify. He just says, "Hey, I'm in the Money in the Bank ladder match. I'm gonna win it." So for Logan Paul, you're not going to look at him as someone that deserves it, right? He's a part-timer, but let's be honest, he's still a rookie. And for a rookie, technically a rookie, to be a part-timer, a part-time performer, it's actually a slap in the face to the full-time talent that is there paying their dues every single week, that's putting the work. And like I said with Brock and Roman and Triple H, Shawn, Undertaker, they paid their dues for so long. They earned their part-time status. Edge, you can even say Edge. Edge is a part-timer, but let's be honest, Edge earned his part-time status. He earned it. I don't necessarily like Goldberg. I'm not a fan of Goldberg. I can give two shits about Goldberg in terms of a performer, but I'll be lying to say that he did not deserve, well, he did not earn his part-time status. He was actually a pro wrestler. He was actually undefeated in WCW for 173 days. He put in work to become a legend, an icon, a Hall of Famer. His part-time status is well earned. Logan Paul's part-time status is not earned. I don't care if he's a celebrity. I don't care if he's a celebrity. But this is how the WWE operates when they associate themselves with outsiders, with celebrities. They'll give them special treatment, right? Because they believe it'll be good for business, right? See, having 6 mid-carders in that Money in the Bank ladder match was actually a good thing, because so often you don't really want a lot of main eventers in that match. Because think about it like this. Why does a main eventer like a Randy Orton, for instance, why would Randy Orton need to be in a Money in the Bank ladder match if he's already a 14-time world champion? If he's proven to win a world title on his own without a briefcase? See, someone like a Ricochet should be in Money in the Bank because he never won a world title. And for him to get himself in the main event, seeing the Money in the Bank briefcase is a shortcut. It's a sure thing. It's something that he has to kind of get him and accelerate him to that spot just because of the briefcase, right? Like a Shinsuke Nakamura, a Santos Escobar, right? You had a perfect field, right, with 6 guys, 6 mid-carders that have never tasted main event, never tasted a world title. It actually makes it more unpredictable. It really makes things interesting because, okay, wow, 6 of these guys have never been world champion. Now they have an opportunity to win Money in the Bank briefcase and to cash in on either world champion. Like, that's interesting to me. Like if you just had like 3 or 4 main eventers in that match, it wouldn't be as interesting or fun because it would feel too predictable. But on some occasions, like this year, Cody needed to be in this match. He needed to be in this match, but I can see why they decided not to go along with him being that match, right? But I stand corrected on LA Knight is the perfect option to win Money in the Bank. But Logan Paul, to me, yeah, great performer, great heel. He knows how to do his job. He knows how to, work up the crowd. I don't care for him as a human being. Really don't. But can't deny his talent, But all I'm saying is him being a part-timer and he's a rookie, he's still green. Let's not forget that. Like, his part-time status is not earned. It's really not. And it makes the roster look bad, makes them look like buffoons that they had to qualify and Logan Paul did not have to qualify. So it really just puts your roster in this like weird pecking order, right? Like you would rather book a celebrity better, give them more airtime than your actual performers that are there every single week. But you wonder why they can't get over, because you don't give them the material for them to get over. You don't give them the shot that they want to get over. You got to give them, you got to give them that shot, and you got to give them more to work with. You know, like I bet you if you give more to a Santos Escobar or a Ricochet or a Nakamura, um, in LA Knight, they would be bigger stars. You know, someone like a Butch and Damian Priest, he's on his way. That's obvious. He's on his way. But you guys already know Logan Paul is going to win, and most likely is going to cash in on Seth Rollins. I'm just not going to be surprised. What's the point of being worked up about it? Why would they just have him in that match only for him not to win? That would just be stupid. It would just be a waste. But then a lot of people would be happy to see LA Knight win that briefcase. Me personally, I would like to see him win that briefcase. First of all, if we want to talk about like charisma and stuff, nobody matches LA Knight, okay, in that department. Everybody in that match, when it comes to charisma, LA Knight got everybody beaten, including Logan Paul. That's why I think coming out of this, I think in the near future we'll get a Logan Paul and LA Knight feud, which would be gold. I would like to see those two go at it on the mic and in the ring. That would be a lot of fun. But yeah, guys, I just want to give you my thoughts on Logan Paul being in Money in the Bank. And if he does most likely win and cash in on Seth Rollins, then they're going to be continuing that I don't want to say continue, but more so revisit that match from WrestleMania, just for Logan Paul to win it and beat Seth, and then only for Seth to perhaps get it back from Logan Paul, which, yeah, I don't want to see that happen. But I don't book the shows. I'm not in charge of creative, so it's really not up to me. It's up to them, to what they do, how they book their shows and whatnot. So just prepare, to be disappointed. LA Knight, it looks like he's not going to win Money in the Bank, and that's a damn shame, because it was definitely his time to win it, and it felt right. It feels right for him to still win it, But who knows? They might change their mind and have him win. But then again, Logan Paul's in it, so he's a big celebrity. He's the guy that did not have to qualify to be in the match. So by default, you're making your roster look like buffoons, and you're making them look stupid. Like, but whatever, man. They'll favor their celebrities and the outsiders and stuff over their own homegrown talent that has been there week in and week out, that put their bodies on the line for the people's entertainment. And they do it every single week consistently. Logan Paul does it probably every 4 months. Like if you're a hardcore wrestling fan, it's going to take you a while to really respect Logan Paul. It's going to take you a minute. But everybody was most likely just sighing and automatically knew, yeah, he's more likely to win it. So with that being said, this is the Rational Wrestling Mark, also known as the Rational Wrestling Viewer. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. And like for the algorithm, subscribe today for more content. And I'm out. Peace.